Obviously, it's been an interesting couple of days for you now. You predicted there would be some issues, so what's this week been like for you?
It's part of the business. It is what it is. I did predict it. You can't go into wars time and time again, you know. The body breaks, so that's ultimately what's happening. The body has given in, but it's still there. It turns out it's just a bruised rib. A little bit of ice, a little bit of ibuprofen, a little bit of toughen the fuck up, and we should get on with the fight.
What do you think about the way it's being handled? I mean, this report comes out that it's broken, that he's probably going to have to pull out, then maybe it's not. I mean, are you a fan of the way it's been handled, and now having a possible substitute and all that? Are you okay with that?
It makes no difference to me, you know. There was a few different options. 155 was an option if the fight would have had to been rescheduled for 7 weeks' time, which is what they were probably telling me it could have been. So I was saying, well, there's a lot of Irish people coming over here. It costs a lot of money. I know here in Vegas it's not that tough, you know. Yeah, but they paid to come and see me fight and see me perform. So as long as I'm fit and I am healthy, I feel it's only right that I show up and fight. So 155 was an option because the Aldo fight was looking to be rescheduled till September, but now I don't know. I don't give a fuck, really. I don't care. I'll be there July 10th at 145 pounds, and July 11th I will have a gold belt wrapped around my waist. So everything else means nothing to me.
Have they talked to you about like any kind of time frame? Like, could they switch up right to the fight? Could it be Aldo in the back saying I can't go?
I think so, yeah. I think so. So it is a crazy situation, but it's not an unfamiliar situation with me. I've felt this before. I've had this before. People pull out right on the dot, and someone new step in. This is as big. It doesn't get bigger than this. This is as big as it gets, but it's a situation I've experienced before. So we'll carry on.
Are you essentially preparing for two different opponents right now?
I'm just preparing to get better. That's it. I show up at the gym looking to become better, a better martial artist. I'll whip both of them on the same night if need be. So whoever shows up across the octagon will get beat.
If he does fight and you win the fight, this gives him. You think it gives him like an out now because of this?
There would have been something. There's always something. People always look to try and discredit what I am doing here, so I expect it to be no different when whoever shows up is beaten. There will be something. So again, part of the business. I just show up and win, collect the money, bounce, and prepare for what's next.
If it is Aldo, I mean, is there any way you don't come out right away and target the ribs?
You know, I'm gonna go for the chin. I want to knock him out. So he doesn't need to worry about his ribs, and I'm not gonna go out and purposely target an area. If he shows up and fights, which he should do, we'll fight as scheduled. I'm not gonna start diving on things. I'm just gonna fight my fight, and it's the chin I'm hunting. So
At this point, who do you believe you'll be fighting?
who the fuck knows, yeah? Who knows? Again, I know I'll be there. That's all I know.
Nothing really seems to bother you. Is there any point in the last couple of days that you were like, this sucks, this isn't fair?
One time when it was 150, when we were talking about 155, and there was like a day in limbo where no one really knew what was going to happen. There was 155 opponents, and I was thinking, right, lovely, I can eat a little bit more now. I can. The final 3 weeks will be a different 3 weeks. The final 3 weeks for a 155 fight compared to a 145 fight is completely different for me. So when I had the 155 talk, I was kind of like, lovely. I actually felt good, and I was like, lovely, I can eat. And then I was almost gonna just go out and get a nice big meal, big steaks, and just have a little blowout. But I said to myself, just stay the course, stay on track to make featherweight. There's no point in, it's uncertain at the moment. So that's what I done. And lo and behold, I woke up the next day and it looks like 145.
If Aldo pulls out and you have to fight Chad, do you expect it to be for an interim belt? Do you feel like you should leave with gold somewhere?
Well, it is for the interim belt. It is. It will be for the interim belt.
So do you think people will consider you the real champion, or do you think that's something you'll have to, battle until you can actually fight Aldo?
I don't care what people think. It is what it is. Again, I will be leaving there with gold around my waist. The money will remain the same. So nothing else matters. When it should be Jose. I mean, many people have stepped foot inside the octagon banged up. We're all banged up in some way, shape or form in this game. It's a bruised rib. The x-rays show it's not broken. Many people have stepped foot inside the octagon with that similar injury. So there's pride on the line for him now. He can't. If it's not broken and it's sore, and you're going to lose your belt if you don't step in, and then you actually don't step in, well then it doesn't get more. That's fear. That's a weakness. So he must show up and fight.
Has this been frustrating to you at all the past couple of days, just everything?
No, it is what it is. I expect the unexpected in this business.
Do you think with Aldo, the physical abuse that he's taken in the ring, do you think he's getting mentally broken down also now?
I said it. I said what would happen after the world tour. You leave the world tour, and there's all kind of emotions running high. He flew back into Brazil, and heavy training and a lot of pressure from everyone in his hometown. So I have no doubt he went straight into the gym and hit it hard. I think it was 14, 15 weeks out. You can't do that. You must be intelligent. Like I said, the body doesn't take that much punishment. You need to be clever. There's a lot on the line here. And then you factor in there's 50 million people in that gym alone, all crowded around the mat, and then you're bringing in new people to replicate, and it's high risk stuff they're doing. So it is what it is. That's the way they approach it now. Now they must fight that way. They must take what comes with that way of training.
Would you make of the drug testing situation that he had a couple weeks ago?
That's another situation, I got tested blood and urine. As soon as I walked into the MGM, the chairman of the Nevada State Athletic Commission came over to me, Bob Bennett, and was like, "Hello, my name is Bob Bennett. Let's take a walk." So I took a walk. I gave the blood, I gave the urine. I didn't bitch, didn't moan. I got it done. I knew. I was happy to get it done, and my first question was, when are they going to Brazil? How are you going to go to Brazil and do it? And he pointed and says, "This is the guy that's going to Brazil." So I saw the guy that was going to Brazil, and then a couple of weeks later, then I hear they went to Brazil and all that type of stuff happened. I don't know. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? But maybe I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
Where do you think this is going to rank with the great fights in UFC history?
It's going to be a hell of a fight. There's a lot on the line. There's a lot of pride on the line. There's everything on the line.
Do you think one of the matchups, some people say Aldo's a more favorable matchup for you stylistically, that Chad actually might be a tougher fight for you. Do you buy into that at all?
They're all the same to me, I feel. They throw the same shots, him and Chad and Jose, I feel, actually similar on the feet. And in the wrestling, I feel they are similar style opponents, to be honest. So they're all the same to me.
I feel like you like to play mind games with guys and maybe try to intimidate them a little bit, get their head out. Is it tough now that you got two people to worry about? Are you gonna be trying to get into two people's heads?
No, they're like I said, I beat both of them on the same night, so it makes no difference. Really, Aldo has been beaten before a shot has been thrown.
At the end of every tour stop, you got to look at them face to face. And you mentioned before you can see the difference in fighters. Did you see any difference as the tour went on and getting to look at him in the eyes? Did you see any difference, and what would that be, if any?
It just became routine after a while. The different days. Some days it was hyped up and there was a lot of tension. The other days it was a bit more relaxed. But The very first one is the one I care about. It was in Rio. He was broke that day, and then the rest of it is just media obligation. But he was broke in Rio, and I suppose as they went on and you come face to face more and more, maybe I seen he was drained. He wanted out, so.
We know so much about his health. What about yours? Are you coming in this in normal shape? Is there anything out of the ordinary that you're worried about?
I feel solid. I prepare intelligently. I take no chances. I have my team here who I'm comfortable with. We have been preparing, so my body is in good shape. My mind is in better shape. On July 11th, I will raise gold.
Have you been given any indication about a deadline for any changes in the fight, for change from Aldo to Mendez, in terms of, I mean, Friday they have to have a weigh-in, they have to do drug testing and that? Have you given any indication, or do you have a deadline that you want them to meet if there's going to be a change?
It could be on. Don't even tell me. I'll show up at the scales, and whoever's there is there. I don't need to know.
2 more questions, Gang. You've obviously moved your camp here. You have the house and have all your guys out here. Is this something you're going to do for all of your fights, or just a huge fight you just want to be a part of it?
In Vegas, I think I will.
Yeah.
I mean, the promotion is based here. I do feel I will eventually have a home here, but I like it. It's been fun. It's been good to have my team out here with me. It's been a great experience. So I think I'll definitely do it in Dublin. I will do it in Dublin. In wherever the fuck else they want me to fight, I'll do it there. But I think after this fight, I'm gonna get myself a nice home in Dublin, and then I feel after that I'll probably get a home here in Las Vegas as well.
Will you be glad when this is all over? I mean, it seems like this has gone on for a year and a half.
Yeah, it has been a roller coaster, but I love this job. I love this game, so I look forward to feeling the mat on fight night. Walk in, dust the feet. Now it's time. Now all the rest of it means absolutely nothing. Now we get to do what we are here to do. So I look forward to feeling that mat on my feet on fight night.
Do you think you'll be able to beat the pay-per-view record that UFC 100?
100%. As long as Jose shows up, the record will be smashed.